Hello there everyone, and welcome again to The Office. Now please, go ahead and raise your hand if you're aware of Nintendo's cease and desist orders. Now, a lot of you probably raised your hand because Nintendo has been putting out a lot of them. Some of the more notable ones were pretty recent. There was AM2R, Pokemon Uranium, and also Pokemon Prism. But did you know that in the past 6 years, Nintendo has put out over 25 separate cease and desist orders for fan-made Nintendo projects? These projects include not only games, but also movies and even miniseries. And as you can imagine, that's made Nintendo fans pretty upset. I hear a lot of comments out there asking, why does Nintendo even care if these projects are free? They're obviously not affecting the profits of Nintendo. Are they? Even though I love the fan-made Nintendo games out there, I also have to understand Nintendo's viewpoint of the situation. In order to tell you my thoughts, we're gonna do this as a what-if scenario. Let's say we're in a world where Nintendo never ordered the cease and desist on Pokemon Uranium, and the game would flourish and expand even more and gain in more popularity. Well, one day another Pokemon fan shows up and says, hey, you know what, that's a great Pokemon game, but I want my own Pokemon game with my own ideas. And that's when we see Pokemon Prism. And then another small development team shows up and says, you know what, we want our own Pokemon game, and so they go out and make another one, and now there are 3 fan-made Pokemon games. And then this fourth guy just kind of comes out of nowhere, and he says, you know what, these Pokemon games are super cool, but you know what I like? Legend of Zelda. I want to make my own Zelda game, and so this guy makes his own Zelda game. And then there's this other guy, and he's like, these games are so cool, but you know what, Mario is the best. I want my own Super Mario game. And then another guy rolls in, and he loves Metroid, so he makes his own Metroid game, and then another guy comes in and makes a Kirby game and a Smash Bros game and so on and so forth, and it just keeps going and going and going. Oh yeah, and of course due to copyright constraints, all of these games are free. Now, you might begin to see already where the problem is, but we've gotten to a point now where there's an entire library of Nintendo games that haven't even been made by Nintendo themselves. And that's where the giant problem comes up for Nintendo. It's where their fans start asking, so if there are so many great fan games out there, why should I even pay for a Nintendo game? And so all the fans that they had before are now starting to play these fan-made games that are free instead. And because a lot of those games aren't even on consoles, why should they even buy a Nintendo console anymore? A potential problem like this one is probably why Nintendo has put out so many cease and desist orders recently. And your response to that might be, well, Sony Entertainment doesn't do that, and Microsoft Studios also doesn't do that. So why does Nintendo do that? But you have to know that even though Sony and Microsoft might be selling a lot better the most recent years, they aren't nearly in the same league as Nintendo when it comes to consumer identity. Nintendo's own characters and properties are not only the most recognizable in the gaming industry, but they're also probably the most recognizable characters in the world. You could show almost anyone in the world a picture of Mario, and they're probably going to be able to tell you who that character is. But if you were to show that same person a picture of Master Chief, they would probably be all like, I don't know, Boba Fett? And even though the Nintendo fanbase has some pretty awesome and remarkable ideas, there's just a point where Nintendo has to draw the line and say, we can't let you do that. Now, on the flip side, because I'm Dr. Mod-a-Lot, and I do love ROMs, and hacks, and modded games, I do have to say to the creators of fan games, don't announce ahead of time that you're releasing a fan game. Just release it right away and then spread the word. Once it's on the internet, you just can't get rid of it, no matter how many cease and desist orders you get. If you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you have any of your own ideas for videos in the future, go ahead and post them down below in the comments. And now I am off to go and play some Pokemon Prism. I managed to download a copy before it disappeared from the internet. This is Dr. Mod-a-Lot. Thank you for stopping by the office, and have a great day.